You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Taisho Baseball Girls. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here, and today's anime review, we get to cover a 2009 anime series, which is for today's anime review is Taisho Baseball Girls. Taisho Baseball Girls is a Japanese light novel series written by Atsushi Kagura Aka, and illustrated by Sadaji Koike. Tokuma Shoten has published four novels as of October 2013. Yep. And it has also been adapted into a drama series, a manga series serialized in monthly comic Ryu, and an anime television series animated by JC Staff aired between July and September 2009. This anime series has been licensed in North America by Sentai Filmworks and Section 23 Films, released the complete collection on November 16th, 2010. So, let's review this anime. Let's begin. So, the story starts off in 1925 after being told by a baseball player that women should become housewives instead of going to school. Two 14-year-old Japanese high school girls named Koume and Akiko decided to start a baseball team in order to prove him wrong. This anime could have basically would have put a league of their own in its place in its own prime in this particular anime series like Taishō Baseball Girls. So anyways, during this time, when even running was considered too vulgar for women, baseball is known as what the boys do, and they face many difficulties when having to find enough members to get permission from their parents, and also when learning about the sport itself. The first book opens in the series opens in Taishō 14 in probably around in 1925, which takes place during the night, has its setting in the 1920s. Introducing Koume, the 14-year-old daughter of the Yoshioku restaurant owner and a student at a local girls' academy. One day, Koume's friend Akiko asks her to join an all-girl baseball team and have a match against a boys' team. Almost you could expect that to rival anime like Princess Nine. We'll get to that in just a moment. While the first volume can be read as a standalone work, the second volume develops the storyline further. The second book is set in the summer of Taishō 14. Koume, Akiko, and Manoe and the rest of the 9 members of the baseball girls continue to face off against numerous all-boy teams and having trouble dealing with the fast balls thrown by the boys, which is probably how the game is going in the progress, particularly how they started a baseball team, all girls baseball team would have rivaling these all boy baseball teams, especially in this particular anime series, like particularly Taisho Baseball Girls. It's like if particularly would have been the Japanese equivalent to a League of Their Own or Rookie of the Year as well in this particular anime series. I mean, you guessed it when I had to mention about discussing about baseball and anime series as well. Yep. For anything as well, as you noticed. To combat the anxiety they experienced playing against more experienced teams, they decided to abandon their traditional baseball uniforms in favor of a kimono-style uniform. The girls also partition off the batter's box so that the other teams cannot see what they are doing. Apart from baseball, the series also deals with certain cultural changes that are not seen quite so often in the anime. For example, yep. So, the popular sailor school uniforms, now a staple of the real-world Japanese schools, as well as school-based anime and manga, are just only being introduced into Japanese society during the Taishō period, in which this work is based, as how you expect in this anime series as well. As well, particular. So all for the thing about the whole thing about this anime series, like Taisho Baseball Girls, it's basically your typical baseball anime series, kind of to the extent of Princess Nine. I mean, the synopsis is basically as a high school student living in the 1920s Japan, Suzukawa Kome wishes that her parents would allow her to dress in the Western attire and be freer of the constraints that society has placed upon women during that period. Opportunity strikes when her best friend Agasawa Akiko persuades Kome to help her start a baseball team as a means of getting back at her fiancé for saying that women should serve a domestic function only. With that, it all falls upon Kaume and Akiko to encourage the rest of the girls at the school to join and show that even women can excel at a sport like baseball for this particular anime series. Yep. I mean, the characters are enjoyable, though some are developed than the others. I mean, the first 5 minutes is basically on each segment. It's so adorable that you want to play it over and over, and you wanted to watch every certain segment in this particular anime series like Taisho Baseball Girls. The star-studded Seiyu delivered a solid performance, especially for the casting. The orchestral composition fits well by Hattori Takayuki, especially for the music as well. But sure, the ending plays it safely and predictably, but is nevertheless heartwarming at this point. As the sports genre becomes increasingly saturated, steps need to be taken by the creators to come up with a fresh twist, and Taisho Baseball Girls, though a story that focuses on the theme of female empowerment, as it depicts the all-girls baseball teams struggle to complete an equal footing against their male counterparts, that the setting takes place during the 14th year of Japan's Taisho era in 1925 as well, means that the girls have societal preconceptions about the role of women set against them, whether their idea of playing baseball was sprung at the right moment in a community with a progressive-minded people in that right places, or we are allowed to believe that people's attitudes can change that quickly. Taisho Baseball Girls executes its premise in an adept and charming manner while retaining the tired and true aspects of the sports genre as well. Yep. It is at the last point that makes watching Taisho Baseball Girls an uplifting experience, that the attitudes that were prevalent during the time period already provide a formidable obstacle, but the girls must also contend with their apparent lack of athleticism. In the spite of these challenges, the girls persist on training and taking their lumps and all the while. And though there are moments in which moral flags, though they do not slump off in a defeat, the amount of work and effort that they put into learning how to play baseball endears them to the audience. I was particularly touched by Kome's determined words early on when she speaks on behalf of the team and tells a member of the opposing team, as what you expect for this pitch, why she and her teammates are playing baseball and what she gets out of the experience. Such a declaration might not have made much of an impression in any other sports anime, but when one keeps the setting in mind, it is difficult not to want to cheer the girls on after hearing that speech. It also does not hurt that the characters are charming and are voiced by excellent group of Seiyu meaning Japanese voice actors and actresses. Kane Ito does an excellent job of bringing Kaume's earnest attitude, and Nakahara Mai handles Akiko's character while as she attempts to hide her temperamental side in vain. Behind the composure expected of the others of the upper class, Soya Miyuki, voiced by Noto Amiko, easygoing, enthusiastic approach mixed with Aki Tamaki, voiced by Hirohashi Ryo. Serious tendencies that easily get rattled make for a wonderful dynamic. That the two are able to find happiness in being able to play the sport that they had played as little girls, and until recently felt that they would have never given opportunity to play anymore because of the societal expectations. The other girls will also have their reasons for wanting to play, and seeing all the other players, despite with their disparate motivations, come together to form the cohesive unit works in winning the audience over their charm as their strive towards victory. The 12-episode format requires from the plot move along a good clip through the occasional moment of filler pops up and now and then. Taishō Baseball Girls manages to cover the scope of the plot while sprinkling in small doses of comedy that add to the enjoyment. While the ending is fairly predictable, its goal is to leaving you feel good afterwards. The anime succeeds in delivering the heartwarming conclusion to the show, and through their persistence and hard work, the girls' efforts can move something as massive as societal expectations. Yeah, so now if this was my anime review on Princess 9, then I would have been compelled to have it on my previous anime review on there. But it's Taishō Baseball Girls, even though I look back at my previous anime review on Princess 9 as well. An anime television series adaptation animated by JC Staff, which is known for their work on anime such as Revolutionary Girl Utena, Food Wars, A Certain Magical Index, Toradora, Azumanga Daioh, and other Little Busters, and most of all, they are known for their work on other anime, such as particularly, you guessed it, XL Saga as well. So this particular anime series, Taishō Baseball Girls, however, was announced in August 8, 2008, on August 2008, and aired for 12 episodes on TBS from July 2 to September 24th, 2009, replacing K-On! In its time slot. It was written and directed by Takashi Akihara, with character designs by Kanatoshi Kamimoto, who is known for his design work for Tomy Toys. The anime was licensed in North America by Sentai Filmworks, and the complete collection was released on November 16, 2010. Because my anime review on Taishō Baseball Girls is getting a lot better than my dreadful movie review on the dreaded Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman, which it all has got to me, because up until my anime review on Urusei Yatsura, Full Metal Alchemist, and most of all, my anime and Princess Mononoke arrived as well back in 2019, which it all has got to me. I can't think of the fact that, besides looking back at my anime review on Pop Team Epic, which it all already has been reviewed about a week ago, up until my anime review on Airmaster and Desert Punk arrived as well. So that's the thing about Taishō Baseball Girls. I mean, if you haven't seen Taishō Baseball Girls, I highly recommend you to watch it on either High Dive, or if you could get it on DVD or Blu-ray, which is probably released as a complete collection set on DVD and Blu-ray that was released by Sentai Filmworks as well. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Taishō Baseball Girls for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this anime review. Because I love this anime because it has its setting in the 1925, which is particularly in the 1920s Japan as well. If you like particularly Princess 9 baseball anime, I highly check out this anime, which is Taishō Baseball Girls. If you haven't seen Taishō Baseball Girls anime series, check it out. Subscribe for content. My anime planet link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, if you have a Twitter and Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially new on my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this anime review, and I got another anime review coming up next. What I have here. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got another anime series that I'll review for tomorrow, starting with my anime review on Space Brothers. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Space Brothers, because you won't want to miss another anime review.